Okay, grab some tea and let's get started chatting about the royal family this week. Well, a lot is going on with the residency of each royal, and it's kind of like playing musical chairs. And King Charles is definitely playing musical chairs. So, the Frogmore cottage, I'm sure you've heard about that cottage that Meghan and Prince Harry once occupied. But once they left for the United States, I think they assumed that they could come back there and that that was their house. But apparently it's not. And it's just a home that was is kind of like leased out like a regular home. So Prince Charles, it said, offered the house to Prince Andrew, but I don't really think he offered that house. It's kind of a small house, and I don't think Prince Andrew would want to live there, um, because he's living in a rather big, extravagant, I think, as much as, 30 bedrooms, but that doesn't seem possible. But um, it's a huge house that he occupies now, a huge stately house, and I don't see him going to Frogmore Cottage. I think that's a 3 bedroom home. So I think the plan was always to move his daughter in there, and that's what we're hearing lately, that his daughter's going to live in that cottage. And this is the daughter, I believe, that has the husband that has some dealings with the United States. And it's kind of funny that it's the same daughter, I believe, that is friends or more friendly terms is a um, better term. Um, she's on more friendly terms with Meghan and Harry, so it kind of makes sense to me that she would live there and maybe move and have another little house by by Meghan and Harry. I did hear that she is supposed to stay with them when her husband is in the United States for his job. So where Prince Andrew is going, we don't really know. I don't think he wants to leave where he is, but it's a huge expense and he doesn't have much money now from settling that huge lawsuit. The other thing that's going on is the coronation and what's going to happen. And is Meghan going to be there, or Harry, or both? Definitely, we heard the kids weren't allowed to come, and that could be a safety issue. And we haven't heard yet if we've heard that that an invitation has been extended to Harry and Meghan, but we haven't heard yet if they're going to come. And this is causing some drama because we don't know yet, and we might not know till the last minute. And I just wanted to go over. I did do a reading this week, structure in the royal family. A big concern that they have is money. They just don't have as much money under their control as one would think. They have a lot of buildings, yeah, but there are a lot of old buildings that need repairs, and there is money set aside that the British public pay in and you know pay for the royal family, but personal money, they don't have a lot of personal money. Um, or they don't have enough. Let's just say that they don't have enough to do everything. Charles gives um, his family a budget and I mean allowance, and he does have money set aside. He's probably right now the richest royal, but that money is decreasing. So he's trying to redo the royal family and really think of funds. He's thinking of opening up some of the royal buildings to have more traffic, to have more income. He's also thinking of adding more gardens, which is something he's really into. And another great concern is that if they lose any of the colony countries, I don't think that people in the United States realize how many countries are still ruled by Great Britain. And pretty much the countries that are left have great resources and that adds to Great Britain. And if they lose those, there's money that they have to make up. So King Charles is thinking about that. He doesn't necessarily want to keep the ties with all of these different countries, but he also knows that it will hurt Great Britain in the long run if he doesn't, organize that. And he's trying to do all the heavy lifting, so to speak, before his son comes to the throne. I think he wants to redo things and work more like in a different capacity than a king usually works. I could maybe see him either leaving early, like after 2 years, leaving it to William, or somehow they work together. But I don't think Charles knows that his time is limited, and he wants to spend the rest of his life just relaxing with Camilla. And but he knows that a job has to be done for the next couple of years, reorganizing things. So that's all the news I can think of for this week. If you're listening to this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you can, on the upper corner of your screen, you should see a bell. If you press that bell, you receive notifications when I make new videos. Okay, have a good week, everyone.